Hey guys, this is AlvarQ. I'm showing off my Undead deck. You might ask why some player who's not that high rated compared to other people, is showing off a deck they made. That's mostly because nobody else is showing off any Undead decks in video, and I want more people to play it. So, I guess, why don't we just pop the deck up? Here's the main deck, so, linking to it here, so I guess I'm just gonna go through the, different parts of it piece by piece. First, we're going to go over the key engines, the stuff that kind of makes the deck run, and that's going to be these three scrolls. Well, you can probably even remove Irva from here. I'd say just the base is these three. You've got the conduits, which kind of tick down, make your stuff bigger, so your harvesters, your rot eaters, restless bones, which makes everything attack, and Irva. So, you the deck is trying to synergize around these three scrolls. You kind of need your supporting cast to really work well with that. And from that, we get these guys over here. So, Shambler's there for Undead synergy with the Flesh Animator, Slayer Vestige, these these guys. Flesh Animator is kind of just out there since it's for the Undead. You've got to be a little cautious when playing him since he does count down your opponent's undead. And then Ripper's there as a solid 1-drop to kind of complete the curve. Darkling's there because you need that last bit of idle damage, and Rot Eater's there because it's just a very strong 3-drop that works well with stuff getting killed. You'll get huge Rot Eaters, especially against growth. So you'll see a really solid creature curve, at least from the base creatures right here. One of the nicest curves you'll see in any decks. So I guess next let's just go to other. These are kind of just the miscellaneous cards that I couldn't figure out where to put it. Languid's there because you need some kind of ramp. Sanctuary of the Lost is there actually to kind of just try to hurt energy. Energy is going to be the toughest resource for you to play against. By far. That removal, Thunder Surge, all that crap just beats the shit out of you. So having a Sanctuary of the Lost having Sanctuary of the Lost out makes it easier. Revenants are there just for Restless Bones because it's insanely good. You've just got a Hasted Copper auto, which isn't bad. Plus, you've got a bunch of other crap attacking probably. Cursed Presence is there as a focus. You can also use Iron Bile. I know Alpha Sentry does that, and I've seen other people do that too. It works really well, especially let's say you've got a Rot Eater or a Harvester attacking with Irva behind it. You can just wipe lanes and then even take out idols afterwards really easily with that scroll too. So, if you're not a huge fan of Cursed Presence, I'd recommend Iron Bile. It does play nice with Relentless too, which is an important thing to remember. Regenerator is there. Regenerator is probably the most controversial card I'll include. Controversial as in just people might not agree with this. I found it to be extremely useful against Amada, which used to be a really tough matchup. Basically, it's there for two purposes. +2 health on your stuff because putting on a Blade Husk or a Harvester that's going to attack soon is huge. It makes it a pain in the butt to remove. You can get something out of Burn or Spark range or Quake range if you know it's going to attack. And then also, it's good, especially right now in a meta that's dominated by a mid-range deck, range energy. You need even more direct idle damage to finish them off, and that's what Regenerator does. So, if there's more late game decks or more aggro decks, I'd recommend switching Regenerator out for a Tribesman or some additional blocker. But right now, I think Regenerator is the best card for this spot. Alternatively, you can also use a Watcher. That I know is also used, and I think that's a pretty reasonable thing. The last one's still steel. It's just solid removal and also gives you a Shambler. So, is there any other stuff in this deck? No. Good. Well, let's hope I showed everything off. So, taking one more peek at the deck, we can look at this thing here. So, basically what I'm saying is Undead get counted down by a Flesh Animator, Restless Bones, and Irva, all for the sake of synergy. So now, just to kind of piece this all together, I should probably play a game. I also never made a video, so tell me if I'm doing something horribly wrong in this, or if I should somehow improve it. But let's just queue up in ranked. Okay, here we go. We are back. So part of the reason I want to do this is to kind of explain how you play this deck too. GLHF. So I have no idea what this guy's rating is or anything, obviously. He's playing Decay. Decay tends to be an okay starting matchup, but this is not a great starting hand. This isn't either, but at least there's creatures. You should not be afraid of playing a turn 1 Shambler. Especially against Decay, 1 and 2 health are virtually the same. All you gotta worry about is Poison Soul Steal, which isn't going to happen until turn 3. So that little guy is guaranteed to get a shot off. Soul Steal's not great against Decay. You've got Darklings and stuff, but it's not really stuff that you're going to be too intent to kill. Another huge thing about managing your Shamblers, which is an important part of this deck, obviously, is to try to keep them on the back row. It's really easy to control them if they're there. Yeah, so turn 3, yeah, guaranteed my ass, but whatever. It's very easy to control them when they're sitting there. Getting rid of a Harvester, I don't like getting rid of Harvesters against Decay. Harvesters tend to be very strong against Decay, but they're just not good in the start of the game. You kind of have to get the engine rolling. But that's okay. We will get this thing up and running soon enough. So I think Harvester goes down next turn. Hopefully we can get a Conduit rolling too. Our board looks okay. Not where I love it, but it works. So Languid's a pain. Double Languid's a bigger pain. And that's how it is. That is how it is. So let's get rid of a Shambler. I think we're gonna Harvester this turn up here. And then I'm gonna just Curse Presence next turn. And call it good. So Harvester up top because I don't want it to die. Looks like this guy's playing a fairly standard Decay deck. Yeah, that's a waste of a Soul Steal right there. I think anyway. Unless he plays a blocker or something, which would be annoying. He doesn't. That's nice of him. I'm kind of tempted to actually do... Actually, no, I can go Resources, Curse Presence, Soul Steal. And next turn, the Harvester's attacking. I'm top decking. This is an aggro deck. Feel free to top deck. It's fun. It's fun. A smarter move would have been to first move the Flesh Animator up and put the Shambler behind it. Yeah, this is definitely late game deck. Okay, I should be fine then. Okay, we got our first Conduit out, and at just the right moment. Always guard your Conduits. I'm super cautious about this, probably a little too much so. Taking out the idol is another reasonable move. I like having 4 health sitting in front of it. It's just generally a comfort thing. 2 is basically a dead idol, since you've got your Darklings. But I wouldn't... Yeah, 2 is basically a dead idol. So don't stress about those kinds of things too much. But it is good to, whatchamacallit, to start wearing down on them anyway. Or, not start, I guess, but whatever. Hurt idols, okay? So I want to get the Shambler to attack there. I can only play 2 things. I'm trying to figure out the best spot to place it. Probably here and here. It's fine if it hits that. Okay, yeah, if it hits the idol, whatever. So be it. Note that I'm also kind of using the Harvester as a shield. I tend not to guard them as much as other people do, just because 4 is a lot of health. It could be that might not be the best way to play this deck. It's how I've always played it. So, okay, they go for a Brain Lice. What do we hold on to? Next turn is going to be a nice attack, but I really love having those Flesh Animators going off every single turn. It makes things go nicely for me. So I kind of want to play a Flesh Animator, move everybody down, but I wouldn't get the idol is the thing. If I can get his Dominion going off, yeah, definitely not taking out the idol was a mistake. So I sort of want to play Flesh Animator. I also kind of want to go Darkling. Sanctuary of the Lost isn't bad against Decay, at all. I haven't gotten any Restless Bones yet, which is a bit annoying. I would like to see them. I think we're going to go a little Danger Zone and kind of compromise my plays and put a Flesh Animator up there. Decay's got Iron Bile, other small ways to increase the damage, but I don't think there are any massive threats. Also, because unless he kills this Flesh Animator, Blade Husk's going off next turn too. Okay, that's cool. You do that, man. Okay, Brain Lice on the Harvester. That's definitely a play. Poison Tick is great. I love this anyway. I've seen people hate this bug, and I understand perfectly why. So, I'm gonna have to time this very nicely. And so now, we're gonna get Dominion on the Blade Husk after this Revenant goes off, so that's gonna be a 4/4. It's gonna be 2/6 health isn't quite enough. We can place you here. I want you to go. Where do I want you to go? I don't really like placing a Darkling here as the thing. No, wait. I want it to go back. So probably here and just play a Conduit. Hope I get lucky. Seems fine, I guess. I want to hit the idol still. Perfect. That was a nice Shambler. You're obviously going to get lucky sometimes with the Shamblers and sometimes you won't. His Halls is out. We've got a better board. This is pretty good. I've been a bit lucky. There have been a few misplays this game, but overall it seems pretty good for me, obviously, if you just look at the board here. What would hurt right now? Okay, 2 Blightbears. He's playing on Necroing. I can almost guarantee it. I can't 100% guarantee it. However, okay, I'm not a big fan of letting my stuff die pointlessly. So what I'm going to do is this, and then we're going to Restless Bones. This is the whole reason I actually include Revenants in the deck, is for that particular combo. And any direction that Shambler goes, I am fine with. I'm feeling very good about this. If they die, so be it. Now we get Irva is going to attack. This idol's in Darkling range. Our Flesh Animators are doing serious work. Poisonous is not a trait that you should be too stressed out about ever. It's just not very good against this deck at all. So I feel like Irva's going to deal lots of nice small poking damage, but at the same time the Flesh Animators are going to do some crazy work. So I want to get my Undead out now. I can leave the idle sniping for later. Right now it's just all about creatures. Okay, I took out that idol because I want to, and I know this deck can take out idols very, very fast. He is afraid, as he should be. Ha, 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 ha. But no. I mean, all of my Undead basically have 2 countdown, and they have big stats. I'm getting a great deal for them right now. Lots of Undead. Do I have lethal here? I don't think so. It looks good, but I don't think it's lethal yet. I'm going to assume that it's not. I don't like how I have to move everything. I'm gonna... How should I do this? I can deal 4 damage to the idol. I don't love this, but I think I'm gonna have to go with this. Actually, now I do love this. You can move... No, wait. You move here? No, do I want to do that? Crap. I think I messed this up. Oh well. I'll just move you here, move you here, move you here, and deal no idle damage. Let's go for resources. I don't do this too much, but Yeah, I want to go resources. This way he's a little bit nervous about double restless bones or stuff like that. That kind of shenanigans. Uh, but this looks nice. Idle damage is a little bit too spread out for my tastes. If you can concentrate your fire, you've got much better chances. Okay, Damning Curse is fine by me. He can't play Frostgale because this isn't Growth. Growth is a bit of a scary matchup, but it's definitely one that you can win. I wonder what he's got planned if... Yeah, everything's attacking, basically. Ride Eater next to it, maybe? Okay. Yep, that play makes sense. Restless Bones would be awesome. No Restless Bones. Do we have... Now is when I think I might have lethal. I've got a basically lethal kind of play here. But if I can just win the game outright, it's a lot easier, obviously. I don't see it, so... This has got to be okay. I'm fine with putting a Darkling there, and then Slayer Vestige, and call it good. That's down to 3 health. I can get that easy. So, very spread out L damage, not my favorite thing, but that, and I think he's going to surrender. GG, there we go. And so that should give you a little bit of a taste of how it runs. Obviously, it's a lot of just playing the deck is going to be what teaches you how. But hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit of a taste of Undead, why I run my cards, and hopefully more people start playing it. I think that's all. Thanks for watching, and play Undead. Irva is love, Irva is life. Bye. Okay, hello guys. This is AlvarpQ. I made a deck.